Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Letting you know that this episode is going to sound a little different because my microphone for some reason got muted while it was taped to my chest. So unfortunately, my voice is a little lower. But I decided to post the video anyways because I figured it was a good episode, and I didn't want to reshoot it because I felt like it was be like you could tell that we've talked about it before, and it wasn't like a genuine reaction. So hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. What's up, everybody? It's Let's Get Paranormal. I'm Joey, and I'm joined with Jimmy.
Hi.
You guys probably remember from some of the ghost hunts, and I think
like,
you were on one of the episodes, right?
I was on it, but other than that, I'm like just a little voice in the back.
Yeah, and then some of the like the Pitch Dark podcasts, like with Kyle, you're on the like in the background sometimes.
Yeah. Or you see me just handing you guys some food to try.
We're going to talk about the Axe Murder House in Villisca,
Iowa.
So it was in 1912 is when, it's about the Moore family and their house. Yeah. They were just like it was a family of 4, I think, right? 4, well.
A family of 6.
6, the 2 parents and then 4 kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And they lived in this town, and they were pretty much part of the community. They were like what were they doing before this even happened? I don't remember what they were doing.
They went to a Children's Day church service.
Okay.
That was like just the day before the murders had happened.
Okay. And then that night before all this stuff happened, they headed home, and they actually were having like a sleepover.
Yeah, the 2 little girls, Lena and Ina, they asked their parents just beforehand if they could go to the church service with the Moore family and to have like a little sleepover with their daughter, Catherine.
Yeah. It was like the neighbors, I think. They were like down the street. Okay?
Kind of, yeah. They were just like all really good friends and stuff.
So they were there at the house. The story is like it's so messed up because like it's like a parent's worst nightmare when you let your kids stay over at someone else's house.
Yeah, it's one of America's most horrific murders.
Yeah, and it's
still unsolved, and it's just brutal.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into the story about how I guess what happened, and then also like maybe possible like suspects.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be like a crime / like paranormal kind of episode.
Yeah, kind of, because it's one of the most haunted houses there in America.
And it's such a small house with all this stuff that happened.
Yeah, it's really small. It's like just like you enter, like just the layout of the house is the front door is in the kitchen, the dining room area, and then you go to another room just to go to the living room, and then there's a back room with the extra bedroom, and then there's another door just to go upstairs where it's the master bedroom of the parents, and then off to the side it's the kids' room.
And then so this was, what time was it? It was like at night, right?
Yeah, they got back from the children's service after talking to everybody around 9:30 p.m. So by that time they were back at the house, probably having a late dinner and getting the kids ready for bed and all of that.
Yeah. And so they were going there, all that happened, and then the neighbor in the next morning, I think it was like 5 o'clock in the morning.
No, it was around 7:30 it was around 7:30 in the morning where a neighbor like lives right next door. She just thought it was like very suspicious that
she didn't laundry out.
Yeah, just like she just thought it was very suspicious. She didn't see the kids outside playing as usual or the father doing any of the farm chores or anything. It was just oddly quiet.
Yeah, the horses were kind of neighing and stuff.
Yeah, the horses weren't let out. Any of the livestock or the chickens weren't let out. Nothing. It was just oddly quiet and just wasn't normal for that family.
Yeah, did she call like the police, or did she like go over there herself?
She went over there and knocked and checked, and she had called the Josiah Moore, the father, his brother, to go and check. He went inside and checked, but the thing is, he never checked anywhere else. He just checked in the back bedroom first, where he saw the bodies that he didn't know who they were. He just saw bodies and an arm hanging out of the bed.
Oh,
and there was
kids.
Yeah, the little girls, Lena and Ina Stillinger. He ran back outside and he's like, there's been a murder here. He told the neighbor to go get the sheriff. And I don't know why the sheriff took so long to get there. So he ended up going to one of the farmhands and having him come inside and check out the rest of the house. Because all he said was, I found 2 bodies covered in the back room and there was blood everywhere.
So he didn't even see the rest of his like family?
No, he didn't. He just saw those 2 bodies. He didn't even see who they were. It just left it the way it was. So the farmhand went upstairs. He came running out and said there was a murder in every bedroom.
That's crazy. Because the girls was Ina and Lena were the first people that were discovered.
Yes.
And Ina was only 8 years old. Lena was only 12.
Yes.
And they were even part of the family. They were just neighbors that wanted to stay with her.
Oh yeah, they're just the little girls just wanting to hang out with Catherine.
They're in that spare bedroom downstairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then the sheriff went and checked it out and then found the rest of the bodies.
No, the farmhand did.
Oh, the farm. Okay.
So there was like several other people that even went in there and checked everything and touched everything, like ruining evidence, before the sheriff even showed up.
So I don't want to like talk, but we have to talk about it, but so every person in the house was bludgeoned with the back end of an axe.
Yeah.
Everybody,
to the point where none of them were recognizable.
To a pulp, pretty much.
Pretty much until it took them a while.
One person that was killed with the sharp end.
Yes.
I think that was Josiah, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so. I think he was the only one that was killed with the sharp end of the axe. What's crazy is that with the weird part, I don't know why he did this, but he covered every window and
every reflective surface, pretty much.
With like a shirt or a blanket or something.
He dug through all the drawers so I don't know why they do that.
I don't know what
that's like always the weird part.
Yeah, I don't know if like they're like ashamed of themselves or they are paranoid to the point where they think people can see into the windows and reflective surfaces, or I don't know.
Or they just want to have that feeling of doing it, but not letting themselves see them doing it.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe
it's just like a sick, nasty thing.
It's really weird, yeah. And then
it's gross.
I don't know if it was Lena or Ina or Catherine. I don't remember. But one of them had like defensive. Only one. Lena. She
was the 12-year-old Lena Stillinger.
The visitor or the guest.
Yeah, the little girl that was just there to sleep over. They found like cuts on her arms. Her body was laid sideways. So what's weird is that if she was defending herself, she would have made noise and woke up the rest of the family.
It's really strange. The only way I can say is if he started from the top.
That's what I was thinking too. And then he went downstairs to double check, and he probably killed the little sister first. And Lena woke up, and then she tried to defend herself. And
I think so, because there's I don't know any theories yet, but there's like something that he might have been hiding in the attic before they got there. And then after they went to bed, that's when he came out of the attic. So it makes sense why she would be the last one.
Yeah, and I also noticed in one of the stuff we were researching that there was a closet with like several bags of cotton in it, and it looked like someone was sitting in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
it was depressed.
Yeah, it was like depressed, like with like made with like the body impressions and everything. And then all the doors were locked from the inside. They have to only be locked from the inside. So like, how the fuck did that person leave? All the doors and windows were locked.
Yeah. Well, so he did take. I think he stole a key at it, and he locked it from outside. Took the key.
That's so weird.
It's so weird though. Like, why even give a shit? You know, like.
But the thing is, how did he get the key first? Was like Was he already in the house hiding from like, or was he already living there, or like they just?
That's another theory, is that they actually they thought that, because back in the day it was weird to even have a spare bedroom.
Yeah.
So they think that they might have a guest there that no one knew about, and that's who killed them all.
Yeah.
Because when they got into that spare bedroom where the kids were on the floor, the bed was still made.
Mm-hmm.
No one was sleeping. No one slept in it.
Except for Lena and Ida.
Yeah. Well, they were on the floor, weren't they? Or were they on the bed?
No, they were sleeping in that room.
Yeah, but the bed was still made though. Right?
It wasn't still made. The little girls were sleeping in it. That's where all the blood and everything from the little girls were at.
Really strange. I still don't know why the fuck he covered. There's another weird thing about it, is that, like, yeah, the mirrors, the windows are covered. For some fucking reason, he took a pound of bacon out of
4 pounds.
4
pounds.
pounds of bacon out of their icebox.
Wrapped it in cloth and just laid it right next to had it standing right next to the axe.
Yeah, it was next to the axe, and then there was like a keychain and something else.
A broken watch chain.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, and was there something else, or was that it?
Like the kerosene lamps. They were
at the end of the bed.
They were all at the end of the beds.
That's so weird.
Without like the glass top on it.
That's so weird. It's like almost like a ritual or something.
I know, it's just fucking odd.
Like, why cover everything? Why the lights? Like, because I know in like our paranormal stuff, sometimes you light a candle so the spirits can see it.
Yeah.
So they can find their way to that area. And then another reason people cover mirrors is because
they don't want like spirits to get trapped, or
maybe he's trying to keep the spirits trapped in there but not having to exit out.
There's just like, it's just like a weird thing.
It's really creepy. And then before he left, he made himself something to eat.
It was actually untouched.
Oh,
it was
really?
just a plate of food with a bowl of like bloody water in it.
Yeah. What the fuck? That's even weirder. Like, cause that's like, there's like in our like investigation stuff. Like, I know we're like, there's like certain things like the mirrors covering stuff. Like some people think that if you scream in them, or spirits can go in and out through mirrors and reflective surfaces. The candles at the end of the bed where the bodies were is another thing for spirits to find their way there. Another thing is weird is like the food leaving stuff is another thing where people do in many religions where they leave food for the dead.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
But what about the bloody bowl of water?
That's, I don't know. It could be an offering to a demonic thing, because sometimes there is offerings of blood.
Like, but whose blood is it though? Could it have been his blood, or?
It could have been.
Because I know back then, like the science just to take evidence like that, there's nothing like that.
No, they didn't even have like, even fingerprints weren't really a thing either.
No, kind of, a little bit,
Like,
a little bit.
But it wasn't like in a computer.
Yeah, you would literally have to go through files and files of everything just to get a suspect.
Oh, yeah, and another thing, he wore gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, and that's another
And
thing
plus-
that stood out, because back then no one really cared about fingerprints.
Yeah, and plus there were so many people in and out of that house before the sheriff even closed off the house,
God,
that all the evidence that could have been there is destroyed by everyone going in and out of that fucking
Yeah,
house.
so here's a fucking weird fact. The sheriff and like I think like the town, whatever the fuck, legit, there was over 100 people that were allowed to come tour the house with the body still in the house, and they let people touch the murder weapon.
Yeah, so
That's so fucking weird. Like, imagine like oh, come by and see like our murdered neighbors, like, and their heads are all bashed in and shit.
that's like,
that's crazy.
especially like the little kids
Yeah.
seeing that.
Like the whole town pretty much got to go see like the murder scene. Like it was like the like, oh, this is like the cool thing that's happening in the town tonight. Like,
So fucked up.
like go bury them, or like do something. Take photos,
Take them to the coroner's office, because they usually have a coroner's office and a morgue
Don't
to like.
leave them on display.
It's just, it's a brutal story. You just listen to it, and especially with the youngest being only like 5 years old.
Yeah, it's a
Little boy named Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's still like there's even like still there's one of the rooms where you could tell the guy was just swinging away, because there's actually upswing marks on the ceiling and the back wall.
Yeah.
So he was just like full swing, just boom, boom, just like you can tell how much like he was like going for it.
Yeah, like he was enjoying what he was doing with like how many swings.
Especially if like he actually took time to do all these weird little things, you know, like he was taking his time, like, and like I don't know, it's really fucking weird. I don't know. It's a weird. It's unsolved. No one. But so there's like there are some suspects. There's one that was like pretty. I think it was him. That guy named this guy named Lynn Kelly.
Oh, Reverend Lynn Kelly. That guy's a weird motherfucker. Like
he was
fucking
diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia.
Yeah, like he's like a sicko.
Yeah,
he's
he
gross.
Attended the church thing.
Yeah, he was hired as one of the ministers there.
Yeah, he was
to
there.
preach to the little kids.
Yeah, so he already could see like he was already like in contact with the murder victims that same night.
Pretty much.
And like he was even like a weirdo. He was putting like ads in the paper.
Yeah, to like hire girls to work in the nude for him.
To clean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
What the fuck?
I mean,
yeah.
Ooh.
And he was like in a psych ward for a little bit because he was diagnosed with that shit.
Yeah.
And then he even did when they were trying him, he even did a confession saying that it was him. He made like some weird quote.
Yeah, but the thing is, he was only tried for one of those murders, not all of them, just one.
I don't know why. Like, I don't know if they were just trying to like get him for at least one, but why just one?
He was acquitted twice.
Yeah, twice.
Because there was no evidence at all.
And the jury was like what the first one was like what a hung jury or like a deadlock jury.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they couldn't figure it out. It was like not all of them could decide. And his confession was weird. It was like suffering of the children to come onto me or something is what he said.
Yeah, like he said God spoke to him and he said told him to do that shit to the little kids. Like, gee, fuck.
And he was acquitted and never, he was walked free. I think that he was like the one that kind of like stood out to me the most. Yeah,
like just the weird sicko, especially at all the little girls and stuff, because Lena was like, had her skirt was up.
Yeah,
like it was.
They said she wasn't sexually assaulted, but they didn't really have the science to prove that.
Like the equipment to actually prove that.
Yeah,
like
I don't know. They just look and it's like I don't think so. Like,
but you're like you never know. It's only 1912.
Yeah, he did everything.
You don't know.
Like come on, he did everything but that. Like in the house.
Yeah, pretty much.
But there's another one. Another guy that they thought might have been done. Another guy named Frank Jones. He was actually Josiah's old employer.
Yeah.
The father of the household. He was an old employer. Josiah decided to quit, and he
started his own little business store.
Right down the street.
Yeah, with like the same products that Frank.
Yeah, like almost
Frank
exact the same store.
Yeah.
And Frank was pissed. He was pissed because he was going to steal his business. You know.
And then along with that, Frank thought Josiah was sleeping with his daughter-in-law.
Yeah, so they thought he was like cheating on his wife.
Yeah, so there's like a whole bunch of shit that deals with Frank Jones and Josiah.
And he like swore like he never did anything, but then there's people that thought that he hired somebody.
Yeah, what was his name?
His name was
Henry Lee Moore, not related, just the same last name.
This happens to be the same last name. So what did he do?
He did the exact same shit as that murder as he did in several other states.
Like the same, like he with an axe that covered the mirrors and windows.
All of that, except for like the bacon part and all the real ritualistic stuff.
Yeah, but they thought that's why him, because his murders were the same, which is really weird. Like I still don't know the whole mirror thing. That's fucking freaks me out. I don't know. Yeah, I think they're just ashamed of themselves. They don't want to see themselves in the mirror until.
Yeah, I think they just like to feel, but they don't want to see it.
Yeah. But there was nothing to prove that he was the killer. There was like no evidence at all. I think at the time the town was probably looking at the investigators like, when are we going to find someone else responsible? And they're trying to just reach for anybody.
Yeah, and pretty much the FBI at that point just wanted to find someone.
Yeah.
Just to probably calm that shit down. Like they just need to pin it on someone. They something like that.
Yeah, but nothing. Like, oh no, it wasn't Henry Moore. Sorry, we got the wrong name. It was William Mansfield was the one that they thought Jones hired, and then Henry Moore was another guy that they thought was a killer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because William Mansfield he killed
people and did the same shit. And then Henry Moore actually killed his mother and his grandmother the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
But Henry Lee Moore was just a serial killer, axe murderer.
Yeah.
So those two people, Henry Moore and Williams Manfield, they both did the same shit.
Yeah.
Same exact shit.
Like
they were killing people and doing the exact same stuff.
It was like there was like a, I don't know, just like a, that was like the theme, there was the axes all of a sudden.
Axes and covering shit up.
I know, like, the fuck? Like, I wonder if they just heard about it and they're like, oh, what if I can get away with it if I do the same way that guy did?
Because no one's going to find out who it is.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be like a, like I'm pretty sure that back there was copycat murders, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. And I can't tell which one was it, William or Henry. He was tried, but they just let him go and he still kept killing.
Yeah, they couldn't like prove anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just let him go. Which is fucking nuts. Like, it's like, all right, go keep killing, I guess. Like, what the fuck?
It's like, it's freaking nuts. It's just all fucking weird.
Well, I really
shit.
think it was that Lynn Kelly dude.
Yeah, because
he
so
had
fucking
contact
odd.
that same night with him. Mm-hmm. And he was already like weird about like shit and then kids and stuff. So I can guarantee he just like. Maybe that's when God whispered in his ear, like, "Oh, it's gonna be this family," you know. Like that's so like fucked up though. Like imagine, like, it's like every parent's worst. Like, it'd be like us letting the kids go stay at their family, like their friend's house.
Oh my gosh, that gives me fucking anxiety. Yeah. Even before just all of this, it still gives me anxiety because.
That's scary, right?
It's very scary.
It's
like
not, you don't have like it's someone else's house and like something so innocent, like oh I just want to hang out with my friends, you know.
Yeah, and it's scary. It's a scary thought to think. And imagine those parents waking up, the Stillinger parents waking up, and then they find out their daughters are dead.
I know.
They're just bashed in. Their faces are bashed in, and
it's like the word. Like you can't even like. Saying goodbye to the body is like not even like it's even more horrific.
It's just really fucking sad. It's just innocently just there, and then next thing you know, they're gone. As a mom, that like fucks with my head.
Because I remember we listened to the story like a while back, and it was like the same kind of like wow, that's so fucked up.
And I think when I heard that, I cried a little because it just like.
Yeah.
It just like hurt because I was like, if that happened to my kids, I would like ballistic rage of just hurt, anger, and sadness.
And then they never find anybody, you know. And then the guy that you think it is gets acquitted twice, like.
Yeah, and they just get let go twice. All the suspects, none of them was.
Like that's gotta suck to the family just knowing that like it never got solved. You know, they died, they lived their whole lives and died without finding like closure.
Yeah, that really sucks.
So I don't know. It's a pretty fucked up story. There's no like I can't even like usually we joke around on this podcast, but it's pretty fucked up. Like
yeah, this story is like, whew, just how brutally everyone was murdered.
And it wasn't what's crazy. It wasn't even the sharp axe. He made sure it was painful.
Yeah, like the end of it, like the blunt end of it.
He turned it around. It was just like the flat side.
Yep.
The axe.
And he just.
Yeah.
It was only the fucking heads and faces that were smashed in.
Yeah, just
nothing else, just the heads.
It's crazy. So let's get into like the paranormal part of it. So obviously anyone would think like if 8 people fucking got murdered horrifically in the house, there's bound to be spirits. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know, like there's a lot of like paranormal stuff. Like people that go investigate there, they keep feeling like they always hear children giggling, stuff like that, or like there's even times like I think some of the caretakers of people that stayed there the night of the murders when there's a train going by, they say that there's like a weird fog or mist that goes into the rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
That is really strange.
And then
isn't it like some people actually like hear or see like whatever killer is there when they talk to the ghost, like he's here?
Yeah, there's always
like he's here, he's not letting me go, or
yeah, there's like there's even like a lot of EVPs and like spirit box sessions where there's the killer always comes through and says, "I killed him" or something.
Yeah.
I've seen many investigations where it's like some guy or something always says that, and like there's the other kids. Like to me, like the whole mirror thing, maybe that was the reason for it. Maybe they have those spirits trapped there forever. And then also, like I'm pretty sure the spirits will probably always feel trapped there because their killer was never found. You know, and then also,
Their story was never told. Their feelings of what happened that night are just never gonna be let go.
No one ever knows what really happened, and then also like the way they died horrifically, probably why they stuck there because it happened so quick and they were asleep, you know. And so that's another thing that's weird to me. Is like, why the fuck? How did no one wake up? That house is so small. How the fuck?
I don't know. It's like
how the fuck? Like,
did he maybe smash each head in first and then just fucking go back and start smashing them again, or like?
I don't know. Like if I was laying next to you and you would definitely feel someone hit me.
Yeah, I'd feel like the vibration shit. I'd wake up and be like.
Yeah, and a skull cracking open is pretty loud.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe he went by room to room and hit each head first, and then
really quick though. Like
I'm pretty sure because like having
even like they had wood floors, you would hear someone running around.
Everything about it is just like freaking
really weird. It's almost like the Amityville horror house, like where he was going around shooting everybody with a fucking gun, and no one woke up. No one woke up. Like, how the fuck do you? That's even weirder because the shit's a fucking gun.
Yeah, I'm kind of like suspecting. What if it was the hand too? Because they would know him.
Yeah, you never know.
He would know where the axe is. He would know how to get in out. He would have a spare key if he was also staying in that house sometimes. If it got too late. Like, why didn't they suspect the hand?
I don't know. That's so weird.
It's just like...
I just don't know how the fuck no one woke up. I don't understand.
That's where I'm like, when I was listening to all of this stuff, and it's just like, how? It makes you think a lot. It's like,
yeah, because it's not like
how did any of this work?
Because back then they didn't really have like insulation or anything. Like they were just like wooden walls.
No, it's just it was mostly like wood walls filled with like either hay, leaves, or sticks, just to even get a little bit of insulation, or it's just straight up brick.
Yeah, because this is 1911 or 1912, right?
Yeah, 1912.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know how you don't hear someone next to you getting killed.
Yeah, and especially I feel like the kids would have woken up to that noise.
Me too, yeah. Because there's like like 4 kids in one room?
Yeah.
So how the fuck do you not like hear that? It's like, I don't know.
And did you see like the crib and stuff, like watching the videos, like the tours of the house? How the fuck did he get an axe to like swing in that way with the metal bars like that too?
I don't know. So fucking strange. I don't know. This whole like case is weird. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if there's no updates to this fucking crime because it's like so old.
It's so old. There's no evidence because it's all contaminated. Nothing like that.
I don't even think anyone could even like bring up this case again because all the evidence, there's not evidence left really. But yeah, so they hear like stuff, and then also when people go there, they always like people start like arguing with each other and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like it influences them. I think it's just the angry thing of the house. But I don't think the spirits will ever leave because it was never solved, and how horrific their thing was. And then there was a investigation crew called Kindred Spirits. They asked like I think it was like a spirit box or something like that, or EVP, and they asked like, did you do this? Did you do something to this family? And a voice came through, and I was like, I killed them. So I think that killer is pretty much. I think he probably can come and go as he pleases. But,
yeah.
But he probably likes feeding off that, like, oh, I did this. You know, I'm the reason why this house is famous. You know?
Yeah, just a sadistic little fuck of a ghost.
Yeah.
Whoever did it. Good thing they're dead, but fucking with other like all the ghosts that's in the house, it's fucked up. Like, what else did that person do?
There was a medium that was there, and she actually said that she saw who the killer or the killer was like, and that he was like, I guess when she saw him, he was like almost like happy for. He was like, well, she said, said that he was giddy for what he was about to do, like almost excited.
Ew, yeah, that's a sadistic fuck right there. Yeah. Very nasty.
Yeah.
Sicko.
His favorite kind of person was someone that was weak and like easily manipulated. So that's what the medium communicated through that session.
So there probably was someone staying in that house, depending on just like being kind to that family, knowing that family will just help and take that someone in.
Yeah, and then the children are weak themselves, because they're kids.
Plus, children are just trusting naturally.
Yeah. So there was a one occurrence that happened after all that stuff. So the place has been like handed like to different people and stuff like that. But there was one time I think it was a man and his grandparents or his parents or something. They decided to stay there, and the person that checked him in said that he saw the guy come in, and he noticed that he had like a knife on his like belt.
Yeah.
And so he didn't really think anything of it. They're just staying the night. Went there, he stayed the night, and he was found with a knife in his chest, that same knife that guy saw on his pocket, on his belt. And he woke up in the hospital the next day, which is weird, is that he said he doesn't remember anything. He says that
so weird.
He was just like kind of like being rude to the spirits or whatever, kind of talking shit, and that's what he remembered. He didn't really remember anything, he just remembered waking up in the hospital. But what's weird is that he was found in the same room where the axe was found. In the exact same room. Like, is this murderer just like using weapons that aren't his? You know, he likes using like the weapons that are owned to the person that he's gonna kill. Or
I mean, could be.
so like, and he influenced him maybe to do that to himself or something. Because that is weird that he was in the same room where the axe was found.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
No slap of bacon this time?
No. Still don't know why he does bacon. I don't know. That's weird. Like an offering.
Kind of a waste of bacon.
Yeah, like a waste of like like, at least cook it or something. At least so all the people that came by could have a piece of bacon.
Bacon is good.
Let in. I still don't know why they let people in. Like over 100 people came and saw them all fucked up. That's probably another reason why the spirits are probably like fucking still there and pissed off.
Yeah, well, there was like no respect for the bodies, no respect for the house, nothing like that. Oh, and that Reverend Lynn Kelly actually came back 2 weeks later.
Oh yeah, saying he was an investigator.
Yeah, saying he was a detective from the Scotland Yard.
That's what they say too. Like the guerrilla killers always return to the scene of crime, which is like he did everything pretty much what it was like. I'm pretty sure it was him.
And that fucker was acquitted twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to live a free life after that. Some sick shit.
It is sick shit. Fucker.
I know. Did we say that all the people's faces were covered with blankets too?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them were
all covered.
Faces. Yeah.
That 5'2" little sicko.
Ugh. Shit.
He in the pictures he's like looks fucking creepy.
Looks like a creepy guy.
He looks like one of those like.
You'll see a picture of him.
Like really like a sicko. He just looks gross. Like ew. He gives me the creeps.
Yeah. It looks like he's like being a feed or something. I think all the ones the suspects. The only one that looked like a normal guy was that Frank guy.
Oh yeah,
Frank Jones.
Frank Jones. Yeah.
That looked like a normal guy. But
everyone else kind of like looked weird.
Yeah. Because even the man's, I think it was Henry Moore. He was like bald, wasn't he? He had like his head shaved or something. I don't know what was that. I don't know.
He had like a receding hairline type thing.
Yeah, but I think the Lynn Kelly was almost like the creepiest looking.
Oh yeah, he looked really, really creepy, like bony in his face and his. Oof. I didn't like the way he looked. He looked creepy.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the whole story. You can actually stay there for $400, I think, a night.
Tours are only $10.
Yeah,
to tour that place is just $10.
Yeah, if you want to tour it, but if you want to stay like brave and stay, you can stay there for $400. I think it's up to 6 people. You can stay the night if you dare, you know.
I mean, that'd be an interesting place to stay, but
I want to go just because I'm an investigator, so
yeah,
like that'd be really cool to go out there. It's a long fucking drive, but like it'd be really. I think it's like 14 hours or something. 14-hour drive.
Maybe.
I don't remember. I have to look it up, but that'd be cool for like maybe see that on Pitch Dark Paranormal. To go to that place. That's probably the only place that would freak me out because there's actually like a whole like 8 people that got murdered there. You know.
Yeah, it's just really fucking sad.
Yeah, like it'd be kind of creep me out knowing that like I'm walking over where a body was, you know.
Yeah. And then seeing like the axe marks that are still there, and
There's only been like I think a few, like maybe like a few places where I've been where there's been people that died there or something, like SH, the lady that hung herself on the front porch.
Yeah.
Going through there was creepy. And then Donna Anna, there was always like stabbings. There was
plus the little girl.
yeah, so that was another one that was kind of weird. It's always when you deal with like people who are horrifically killed, it's kind of creepy. Well, that does it for Let's Get Paranormal. That was the Axe Murder House, the famous Axe Murder House. That's pretty much one of the first infamous like murder cases, I think, in the country.
It's still the most like horrific one in our history.
All right, well, thanks for watching. I'm Joe. And
I'm Jimmy.
Yep, and thanks for tuning in. Comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below another case or another haunted place that you want us to cover. We'll do it. This was fun.
Bye.
See you guys later.